A firefighter was suddenly bitten on the foot by a venomous snake. When the doctor was about to give him pain medication, he immediately refused because it would trigger his drug addiction. Not long ago, Brandon had been a drug addict until he found out his girlfriend was pregnant, which filled him with unbearable pain. So Brandon went to the fire station alone and applied to become a firefighter, but he was immediately rejected. Just as Brandon was about to leave, the fire chief stopped him and asked why he wanted to be a firefighter. Brandon's answer was simple. He was about to become a father and wanted his daughter to be proud of him. In the end, the chief decided to give Brandon a chance, but on one condition: he had to earn the team's trust by running a 10-kilometer loop to the mountaintop within an hour. But his body was extremely weak, and before long, Brandon started vomiting violently. When the chief and the crew returned, he had only covered half the distance. Just when the chief thought he had given up, Brandon finally appeared. Brandon handed the chief a photo taken at the mountaintop, successfully earning his approval. Over the next few days, Brandon trained hard at the fire station every day. He would often secretly buy supplements and leave them at his girlfriend's doorstep, never once disturbing them. A month later, Brandon not only won the respect of all his teammates, but he also helped the team earn the title of First Pioneer. That day, Brandon was making his usual delivery when, just as he was about to quietly leave, his girlfriend suddenly appeared holding their baby. Seeing how Brandon had changed, his girlfriend gradually accepted him. When Brandon finally held his daughter in his arms, he couldn't hold back his tears any longer and sincerely apologized to his girlfriend. However, a sudden disaster struck when the fire department received orders to fight a massive forest fire. They needed to quickly build a fire break nearby, and Brandon was assigned to monitor wind direction changes. At that moment, Brandon noticed the wind suddenly shifting. He immediately notified the team, but the fire spread far faster than expected. By the time everyone realized what was happening, the flames had already blocked their escape route. The chief reluctantly gave his team one final order: build makeshift shelters on the spot and do everything possible to survive. But when the rescue team arrived, the medics only found 19 charred fire shelters. Hearing this news, Brandon completely broke down, wishing so desperately that he had been there with them. Meanwhile, the firefighters' families also received the tragic news and instantly fell apart. But they still held on to a sliver of hope because one firefighter had survived. The families gathered at the gymnasium, hoping the survivor was their loved one. When Brandon walked into the gymnasium, everyone completely broke down, bursting into tears. Brandon felt that pain too, piercing deep into his heart.